What is going on, all my haunted followers? Guys, I'm sorry for the late upload yet again. Like I told you, it's gonna be at random. I'm gonna try to keep it at least a Friday and a Saturday, or every 2 weeks. I will upload, I will update as much as possible, but please stick by. Guys, MIB, Men in Black, the infamous Men in Black. Here are 5 encounters with a supposed government agency that is, well, rather secret. As always, sit back and prepare to get scared. Have you ever wondered if something was real? You've heard stories, yet you didn't believe in them. I'm here to tell you the truth, and this is coming from someone who worked in law enforcement. As I would like to stay anonymous, I'd like to make it known that I'm a police officer in the state of Virginia. Back in 2010, I was on a typical shift. Without notice, we started getting calls into dispatch about some strange lights in the sky. At first, we thought nothing of it. We just thought it was people who might be seeing a helicopter or even a drone. I was sitting in my cruiser, and that's when I saw it. This ball of light fly over my cruiser. I was shocked. I read into dispatch that I saw the light and that I was going to investigate it. I thought that it was nothing more than a drone, like I said. Dispatch came back to me with a strange message. Control to Car 22. Car 22. We have mental location of the sighting. Could you please meet them there? Received? Thinking that she was talking about some civilians, I made my way to the location that she had sent me. I arrived to 3 black SUVs with government plates. I was introduced to one of the men, a well-dressed gentleman. Officer, I'd like to take your name, please. Core, can you please explain to me what you saw tonight? I then asked, can I ask who you are? The man just stared at me blankly. Agent Norwich. But that's not important. I started to get these weird vibes until my chief showed up on scene. He walked up to me and whispered into my ear, you need to cooperate with these guys. I don't know who they are, but the Department of Defense contacted me. Whatever you saw, just tell them. I was like, what the hell? So I told the government agent, or the man, that, well, what I had saw. You what? Yes, sir, that's what I saw. I doubt you saw that. Maybe the night is getting to you. Maybe a good night off will get you better. This guy was not believing me. I was shocked. I stared at him and he started to get irritated with me or something. I was like, that's what I saw. The guy just stared at me in this most scariest look. No, sir. No, it wasn't. I am telling you, that is not what you saw. Unless you want to keep your job, you saw nothing. I looked at my chief and he just nodded. Okay, I saw nothing. Good. Keep it that way. And that was it. I was told to leave and go back to my patrol. Weeks went by and it was almost as if nothing ever happened around the small town that I work for. For those that don't believe these guys or believe in them, or whoever they are very powerful men. I don't know what they can do, or, again, who they are, but don't mess with them. My story starts out rather normal, and to be honest, I still don't know who or what I saw that night. One night, I was working a late shift. I work at a gas station. The night was rather normal. After about 2 a.m., I really don't see anyone until about the 6 a.m. rush. I was just sitting there watching Netflix on my laptop when I noticed a green light in the distance in the sky. At first, I started to mind to it and just kept watching my movie. The light at first seemed to be moving, but it wasn't until maybe 100 feet away from the gas station that I started to hover. So I just watched it. It was just floating there. I'm thinking that it was a drone just looking at me or something, so I actually started to get really mad. I started and walked outside, lit up a smoke, and watched this thing. Then it just disappeared. Like, it was never there. I'm thinking maybe it was some type of flare or something. So I go back into watching my movie. It was about an hour after that, this black SUV pulled up to one of the pumps. I noticed two men get out in well-dressed suits. They had this black box with them that looked like a laser pointer as it scanned the ground. So I walked outside. Excuse me, can I help you? One of the men walked over to me ever so casually. Well, hello, young man. How's your night going? I was like, okay, can I help you? Oh, no, just scanning the ground. For what? I asked. Then the man suddenly changed his tone. I think it's best if you just go back in there. I was like, no, I'll call the cops. The man then pulled out a badge. I really couldn't make out much detail except the certain blueprint of CIA. I was like, am I in danger or something? Oh, no. Everything is fine. You go back to work. Both of them just got into their SUV and drove off. It had these blue government plates. It was a 2020 Tahoe. Who or what these men or who they work for, I will never know, and above all, what the hell did I see that night? This is my story with a run-in with the so-called Men in Black, and I can tell you, my life has changed since then. It all started when I became interested in Storm Area 51. Yes, I thought it was stupid, but my interest in the location started back when I was 16. I was obsessed with learning the secrets. I was part of so many different forums and posting everywhere. It was when I posted on Facebook saying that I had information on location that I knew of a back entrance. Now, I really didn't know of one, it's just that they did have a back entrance. I just didn't really know how to get to it. I posted this on a weekend night with at least 1,000 people interested on my insight. I even started a group on Facebook. I woke up Monday, went to log into my Facebook account to find it had been banned. I was shocked and somewhat mad at that moment. I didn't understand, but things became far more weirder. My T-Mobile phone became blocked during the day, preventing me from sending text messages and phone calls. I tried to call the phone company with my mom's phone, with no help. I then was locked out of my email, all my personal accounts, even my bank account. I was freaking out thinking that I had been hacked. So I made a call to local PD, and that didn't even go anywhere. It was about 6 p.m. I was just sitting on the couch trying to figure things out. I'm telling you, I was freaking out. I noticed two cars pull up in front of my house. I looked out the window and saw two black SUVs. Two men stepped out. One of them started to walk towards my front door. I really couldn't see the other ones. They were dressed in these black suits with white button-ups and a red tie. I couldn't see anything else. I heard a knock, so I go to the door. Yes? Mr. Johnson. Yes? Hi, I'm Agent Jackson. We need to speak with you. I was like, oh God, I'm in trouble. The man just looked at me. Not if you cooperate with us. Okay. They entered my house and started to ask me questions about my Facebook posts and such of information. They knew everything about me. Everything. Even my last credit card transaction, purchasing a UFO sticker. I told them everything. At the end of the conversation, the other gentleman, who I had never got his name or even spoke, it ends now, or you'll be far more trouble than you ever had. We know who you are. You know us. It ends. They left after that, but not before taking my laptop and my computer. Before anyone say that I was robbed or this was a hack, these guys knew everything about me, even a speeding ticket I got when I was 17. I don't understand how they knew all this stuff, who they are, or who they work for, but do not mess with them. I went on a camping trip to the Joshua Tree National Park with a few friends. On our last night there, we were looking at the stars while in front of a campfire. That's when I witnessed a couple of glowing blue UFOs in the night sky going at amazing speeds. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and my friends were equally amazed and mystified. I tried to take a photo with my flip phone, but the UFO moved so fast for me that I couldn't get a clear picture of them. On our drive home, we talked about what we had saw and we were excited about it. Not long after that, I noticed a black car following me from a distance. I switched lanes to make sure the black car was not in fact following me. That's when I glanced into my rearview mirror again. The car suddenly disappeared without a trace, which was really unsettling. The next day, after running a few errands, I started driving home when I arrived at my house and saw a black Cadillac parked in my driveway. I tried to convince myself that it wasn't the same black car that had been following me that night. When I got out of the car, two men in matching black suits, light gray dress shirts, black ties, and a black fedora approached me and asked me if I had seen anything the night before, or if I had witnessed anything. They claimed they had worked for the division of the U.S. Air Force. They appeared to look at me and described a plastic and expressionless, as they were both had pale olive skin toned. They spoke in a rather raspy, monotone voice, and their speech was very precise, sounding almost synthetic. They also were very cold and intense gaze. Some questions I was asked. Can you please describe what you saw that night? What do you think you saw? Did you take any pictures and what you had witnessed? Were the other things that you had recorded with the recording device that you have? Do you know of anyone who had recorded the incident? Have you spoken with the incident with anyone else? Did you find anything unusual debris in the location that you were sitting in? Would you be withholding important information from us? Of course, I didn't answer most of their questions. Honestly, I did withhold a lot of information as to what I had saw. They ended the questioning by strongly advising me to refrain from talking about what I had saw with witness to anyone. They also strongly implied that they were going to keep an eye on me in case I decided to ignore their demands. After the encounter, I had this constant ominous feeling for a while, and I always looked over my shoulder wherever I went. I don't know who these men were or how they got the knowledge of what I had saw that night, but I truly believe that these men were the men in black. One of the scariest moments in my life took place a little over a year ago when I was backpacking across the state of Oregon. I was doing this on my own. I don't typically do things on my own, but that weekend I was having trouble finding someone to go with me. But that's beside the point. Friday night, I started my backpack hike. It took a little over 6 hours to get my very first point on the map. I had chosen a location to use as a campsite. Everything was running smooth. It was around 11 p.m. or 12 that I was just laying in my open sky tent, and I noticed 3 orbs like lights in the sky. At first, they honestly appeared to be nothing more than lightning bugs, but I quickly realized that these things were not, but indeed lights in the sky. I am thinking maybe it's nothing more than planes or something weird. The next night, the same thing happened to me. Their movements were quick, but with reason. I say this because, at one point, they were in fact moving like crafts, or vehicles, if you will. I decided to document this on my phone, taking pictures and taking videos. The next night, I didn't see the orbs. It was that morning that I was driving home. I noticed a black SUV following me. I say following me because every exit, every turn, stop sign, they were at my bumper. I did my best to lose them, but it was almost impossible. So I pulled over the side of the road and they pulled up behind me. 2 men in, well-dressed suits walked up to my vehicle. Yes? Can I help you? Mr. Baxton? Yes, that's me. We need to have a word with you about something you witnessed the other night. I was like, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Honestly, at that moment, I really didn't know what they were talking about. Let's think back to the other night. Something in the sky. Oh, wait, the lights? Very good. Now, did you take pictures of videos? I responded with a yes. We need to confiscate any electrical devices that use that as a videos or pictures now. I told them, no way. The man that was standing in my passenger side looked at me. Don't make us take them from you. This would go much different. So I complied. I handed over my cell phone. They did a few things and then returned it to me. I honestly couldn't see what they were doing to it. Now, let's just say, I need to forget this. I need to forget this now, they told me. They walked back to their SUV and drove off. When I turned my cell phone back on, every picture, video was gone. Even videos of my trip. Can someone please explain to me what happened? Who are those men? And what is their fascination with the lights in the sky? And above all, how did they know? Well, all my haunted followers, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video. You know, the Men in Black are a very infamous group, and there's speculations as to who they actually are, where many have said that they work for the CIA, many say they are a secret organization for a government agency, others say they work for the Air Force. You know, it's just so many different speculations. Truly, what I believe, and this is my own knowledge of the government, I think that these people are part of the CIA, and I think that they are just trying to frighten people when it comes to just keeping things quiet. Our own personal aircraft that hasn't been introduced to us yet, or to the military. But that's all speculations. Do I think that there is a secret government agency that solely is out there for the UFO research? You know, the government has come out and said that they have researched the UFOs. They didn't specify or come out with a classified document saying that these men in black exist, but they did say that they researched this information, UFOs and extraterrestrials and such things. My point is, if these gentlemen do exist, from the stories that I was sent to me and I read, they're very powerful people. I believe anybody in the government is very powerful, but these men seem to have far more control over that than anybody else does. And they're there to warn you, give you a type of warning. And it seems like in any story I've read, like I said, they're not the nicest type of people to deal with. The gentleman who dealt with them at the gas station, they seem like they were having a good night, if you will. But for the most part, they come off, I think, very aggressive, and maybe for a good purpose that we don't know yet. Maybe we will never know. Guys, if you haven't done so yet, please like and subscribe down at the bottom. Again, I apologize so much for not being able to upload the past 2 weeks. Again, it's going to be at random, guys, and I will update you as much as possible through the comments. So look out for that. Guys, next what I want to look for is encounters. I think this would be really cool to do because someone suggested it. Encounters with zombies. I want to know if you ever experienced any zombie throughout history. Anything weird with zombies, anything like that. Could send them in. Okay, that's what I'm looking for next. Hopefully I'll do at least 5 stories for that. Send those in to alexuni101@gmail.com. And guys, before I go, I want to get to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a random person. I'm going to give them a $50 gift certificate to Amazon. That'll be picked at random once I get to 1,000 subscribers. So share these videos, let everyone know about me, let everyone know about my channel, and I'll pick a lucky subscriber. You'll get a $50 gift certificate to Amazon, for free, I will send it for free. You don't have to pay for anything. This is my prize to you guys once I get to 1,000 subscribers. But as always, guys, keep watching and happy hauntings.